Last time I checked, at least, we were in the top 3 of best-selling books this week in the United States. So that's in the entire country, and that's because of all of you. And the most important thing is that we have to beat O.J. Simpson. Is there a God in heaven? And Bill Clinton's book. Oh. Okay, so we all have our work cut out for us. I'm going to be going across the country to talk about the message of this book, which is really changing. We need to actively engage to change this culture from the bottom up. And unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of the bottom lately. From what we see coming out of Hollywood to what we see as featured news on our so-called news programs. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but since last I checked, it wasn't newsworthy that some spoiled brat girl out in Las Vegas goes on a stage in a bra and panties and jiggles and wiggles all over the stage. I mean, we have serious business going on in the world. We have serious stories to. I decided if I ever got through that fairly dark period of my life that I was going to do something, leave something behind. We don't know how long God will have any of us on this great earth of ours. So I remembered what President Reagan said to me the last day I was in the Oval Office, and we each got a 5-minute goodbye. I was just like a 22-year-old kid who really believed in what he was all about. And I said, I'm going off to law school, Mr. President, and it's, I was all like shaking. I only met Reagan a couple times. And he said, well, just remember, Laura, make it matter. And he said, make it matter. And I've always remembered the make it matter. And when you're facing a difficult time, and so many of you, if you touch that volume one more time, I'm going to tackle you. God, you work for Hillary Clinton or this bookstore? Thank you. Away from that. Is it cold in here, or did Hillary just walk into the room? Oh my goodness. Well, I've decided that what I have found, and this is going to shock a lot of you, what I have found is that, it's not a red state or blue state or left or right issue. This is an American issue.
That's right.
This is about this country and what we're leaving for the next generation. And people have come up to me I was on the Today Show this week. I don't know how many of you caught me on the Today Show? Anyone? Good, you don't watch them. So I was in the, how do you hear me in the back? You hearing me?
Yes.
See, I have a voice for radio. You can hear me, right? So I was in the makeup room. What can I do, my friend? I'm trying to yell as loud as I can. I was in the makeup room at the Today Show. Liberals, Democrats are like, Laura, we don't usually agree with what you say, but thank you for speaking about what's happening to this culture. Yeah. Thank you for speaking about the fact that we can't find suitable clothes for a 12-year-old girl when we're shopping in the mall. Yeah. Thank you for talking about that. And thank you for giving us some practical steps, some solutions for navigating through this nonsense. I have this chapter called The Pornification of the Culture. Well, guess what? That phrase is catching on. Yeah. And that means we have people who are getting motivated across this country to change things. And it doesn't mean that, if government is the solution or government should step in. It's all about us individually in our homes, in our personal choices, in what we do on a daily basis. A lot of you know that I spent some time in Iraq back in February of '05. And it was one of the best trips I've ever made. Best. What I took away from that is, as long as I'm breathing, as long as I'm still healthy and able to do my show every day, I am going to try to tell their stories. I am not going to cover the tabloid tragedy TV, O.J. is burping stories, okay? I don't care. It's not newsworthy. It's not what we should be broadcasting to the rest of the world. This is what we should be broadcasting to the rest of the world. This image, national unity, belief in country, belief in family, and you better believe it, a belief in God. We're unified, we're strong. Just an image of national unity is what people saw in the Middle East of this country.
instead of the images of the foul, rap lyrics, or the, the billboards with the jeans rolled down to the, to the hips, or the, or the in the ads at Abercrombie and Fitch where it's like 3 and 2, and everyone's half clothed. Because a lot of times, you guys, when they hear we're bringing freedom to the Middle East, you know what they say to their followers? They're going to bring these images. They're going to turn your girls into this, and your young boys into this. It's not what we want for our country. It's not what we want for the next generation. And my message is, it's up to all of us. We can either stick our heads in the sand. We can either turn our power away to unaccountable politicians who don't do what they say they're going to do, and we vote for them. We can turn it over to unelected judges who act like legislators instead of impartial judges. We can turn it away to teachers' unions that don't believe in students first, but believe in political agendas first. Or we can turn it over to a United Nations that thinks Hugo Chavez is someone to be, proud of as a worldwide leader. We got to do better, and that means all of us tonight committing. Blueprint for Change. I want you, when you buy this book, not to put it on the shelf. In fact, I'm going to say something that authors never say. If you're not going to read this book, I don't want you to buy it. If you're not going to read it and take it seriously and laugh, there's a lot of humor in there too, then I don't buy it. Because believe me, there are a lot of other ways for me to make money than to go town to town in the United States and sell books. I'm doing this because I care about this country. I'll die for this country. I love this country. And I don't think we are where we need to be or we have to be to survive with the threats that are out there. So I hope you will laugh, and you're going to cry, I think, in a few points in this book, because there's a lot of my heart in this. There's a lot of my life in this and heart in this. And my stories about growing up and going to Glastonbury High School, and what my wonderful teachers there taught me, what my dad and my mom was not here, and my brothers, what I learned from them, and my own personal struggles. My journey, my faith journey. I was late to the faith game, and I'm finding my way still. And I want to thank all of you, because you guys got me through breast cancer and chemotherapy and broken engagement. I mean, you guys got me through the whole thing. So I'm really excited. Take this message of empowerment, taking the power back from the pornographers, the entertainment executives, and the politicians who aren't listening. Let's make this a power to the people moment, like the immigration battle was, when I made Verizon Wireless with all of you, stopped that contract with Akon, that rap star, with all of his profanity. We've made a difference, point after point. It's happening all over this country. So I titled it Power to the People, and I mean it. And you're the people. I'm just one voice, and I'm your voice. So thank you all for coming. I'm going to sign your books, we'll get some photos, and have some fun. So thanks so much.